welcome to Campfire Clarity. Welcome back, my fellow truckers. I've got a set of cards that I've pulled for you today. As I look at this spread, I've got, let me just show you what I've got here. I've got the King of Wands. The King of Wands is someone who is really good at what they do. This gives me the idea that the person that I'm reading for today has been at this game a long time. I've been out here for almost 30 years, and I'm really good at what I do. And that's what the King of Wands is all about. This is the entrepreneur, the one who is passionate about the way that he does something. And when I'm using the word he, it's because this is a card assigned as a king, but there is no gender in the tarot. So if you are male, female, non-binary, transgender, it doesn't matter what your gender is, you can still embody the characteristics of the King of Wands. And this is a person that has been doing this long enough that they feel really confident in what they're doing. The next card I have is the Devil card. Now, if you're religious, this might seem like a scary card. It's not. It's actually, the Devil card is a card that represents things that hold you back. Sometimes the Devil card can represent positive things, but things that aren't serving you well. Aren't serving you as well as they used to, or aren't serving you as well as they could be. I have the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, you notice that this person is not in distress. This person's hanging upside down, but there is this epiphany, this light bulb moment almost around their head, and it's because they have developed a new perspective about something. You have the Judgment card. This is a card about following your calling, feeling like you are called to do the thing that you're doing. And finally, I have the Six of Swords. This is a card about transition, about leaving behind something that you know very well and embarking on a journey into something that you're not quite as familiar with. So when I look at the combination of these cards, what I'm seeing is, the person that's coming to mind is someone who has been doing this a while and, has been out here on the road, maybe for a decade or two, and has kind of become a little stagnant. When I look at the Devil card, I think about those things that we kind of we get into the routine of things and we stop solving problems. It's like when you know how to do your backing, when you know how to do all of the customer stuff, when maybe you have a dedicated run where you know all your customers and it's just kind of like on autopilot, things like that. It's like sometimes we can get complacent, and that's kind of what the Devil card reminds me about in this particular spread, is this idea of complacency and maybe even boredom. And if you've already been to every state in the country, you've already mastered the mountains, you've driven in every season, and so all of the weather patterns, they don't faze you anymore. It's almost this feeling of this career used to be so exciting and adventurous, but now I'm just like ho hum. Even traffic through Atlanta or LA, it doesn't faze me anymore. It's just like another day of traffic. So when we see the Hanged Man, this is a challenge for us to actually develop a new perspective about something. When the Hanged Man is combined with the Six of Swords, you have an opportunity here to shift something. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean getting off the road, hanging up your keys, and starting to work at a factory, or retiring. It could actually mean, shifting from one division of your company to another division of your company. Moving from the reefer division to flatbed or tanker or something like that. So like starting a new division of trucking. Or it could be that, the company that you're working for is not really doing it for you anymore. Maybe you've got stagnant miles. Maybe you're not getting paid the way that you want to. Maybe there's been a shift at the company, or the company got bought out, and there's the moving from one familiar way of doing things to kind of this unfamiliar way of doing things. The Judgment card is a card that really asks us why we're doing what we're doing. If this is a calling for us, in many cases it really is, for truck drivers to be out here, for weeks on end, or if you have a local position, to be dealing with the traffic every day, or to be doing the things that you're doing, dealing with the customers that you're dealing with, or the product that you're hauling, things like that. It can really feel like a calling. Not everybody can do what we do, and so that Judgment card is one of taking that, the Hanged Man with the Justice card. It's like taking your perspective and reminding yourself why you're doing what you're doing, and reminding yourself why it's so important that you're out here doing the thing you're doing. For others of you, if what I'm saying is not resonating with you, it could be because you're just done. You're ready to retire, or you're ready to do something different. It is better to shift your perspective and look into a different career, a career change, than it is to allow complacency to keep you stuck in an industry where stuck would not necessarily define our career, because we drive, wherever we drive to. In some cases, we're driving, coast to coast, state to state. Stuck is not usually the word that we think of when you think of trucking, but we can really get stuck out here. We can get stuck in our minds. It's like endless miles. You have that dotted line syndrome, right? Where it's like all you can see is the dotted line, and you get stuck in this way of feeling like there's nothing else out here for you. And if that's the case, then maybe it's time to look at a new career. Maybe it's time to go local so that you can be home every night. Whatever it is for you, I feel like this spread is challenging you to examine what you're doing, the ways in which you feel stuck, and then finding ways to develop a new perspective using the energy of the Hanged Man in order to then make the transition to something that is going to be more fulfilling, more desirable for you, or maybe even for your family. So, as you go through your day today, I hope that you will think about these things, examine what you're doing, how you're doing it, Find ways that you can mix it up a little bit. And then I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.